maybe it's the Malaysian in me. I prefer Rrq Tora's draft because it's kind of by the book. It's nothing too crazy, but it's still kind of sexy. When you look at Team Flash, this is very just Team Flash, right? This is their kind of DNA where they create their own meta. It's just a Flash meta, you know?
Yeah. It's good to see like some of the you know, parts of what makes them Team Flash, what makes them so special is still in them. I mean, Sasa giving Rrq Tora the permission to literally go ham on the draft is pretty exciting. You know, Rough having the Purify, but everyone else is just flickers all the way. Of course, we get the classic Diablo Vendetta. Let's pop into the ladder down for Broken Walls in Game 1 between Rrq Tora and Team Flash. Rrq Tora on blue side, Team Flash on red side.
I really want to see how Skyza is going to execute on this carry because we just saw that matchup carry. That one was boxing. This time it's a Fredrin going up against Eve. Right? No matter what, it's always Eve favored. So I really want to see what Team Flash will do differently to make sure that Kim doesn't have that big of an impact. Because as of right now, honestly, Husky, I don't see it. I feel like Kim will control the game too much.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And I also, Flash, they saw the Yi pick very early on, right? So you would think it would elicit some sort of a response. But this XP lane is what I'm looking for a very even matchup, and the goal lane is where I'm looking for to see if the cup spills over a bit too early on with, you know, Rough into Skyz.
Yep. Darren already taking quite a lot of damage going up against Diablo, and I think this is to point out, maybe the bottom pick is really just because of Razin, right? It's a new role. He doesn't know, he hasn't practiced a lot of hero with it, so might as well just use something that he has the mechanics on.
That's one way to go about it, but you can see the amount of pressure that he is forced to absorb, right? Can't really do much into the show, and every time you walk out, you either get kicked by the show, you are trying to figure out if he's gonna shunpo your crowd control, and then you have to take some blast from Kim as well. You know what? You need to give Hades space too, like plenty of pressure. Hades been doing a pretty good job in mitigating that. It's all about the lane priority right now for Team Flash.
Yeah, right now for Team Flash, I think what they really want to go for is fight for the objective. And seeing as how Diablo has actually won lane quite hard in the EXP, they should try to capitalize on this, but I just don't know how, right? Because you gotta avoid the RWM, and you have to get a crucial kill to deter Rrq Tora from fighting back, and then you get a turtle. Like, there's a few steps you gotta do.
Yep, that's actually great. Get Diablo to level 4. Hades stole the XP crab slightly earlier on, but Gary still has the XP advantage. Super Yoshi goes in, finds a knockup, and Diablo is already pretty low. RWM, as a follow-up, is all about getting the objective. Rrq Tora doing it by the boat.
Yeah. This is the problem with the draft of Team Flash. They have a step-by-step process where Rrq Tora, they can literally just start. They don't really have to think too much. Curtizi doesn't even have level 4 at that point, so they could not fight back. So this just looks like a draft that they're playing for either Skyz or Diablo. They're just having options on side lanes.
Yeah. We saw Curtizi go to the XP lane to help Diablo clear the way, but unfortunately, there's only enough for Diablo to hit 4. And Kim, meanwhile, get a free clear on the middle lane. And RWM could have made so much of a difference. Darren didn't even have to expand his ultimate to make any sort of play. I think that's one of the most, one of the cleanest way to approach this early game. Uh-oh.
Oh, right now, Darren is moving quite far ahead. Diablo tries to fight back. First blood for Darren, and he fights back. Now, that's the kind of EXP exchange we wanted to see.
Okay, I can respect that. Both XP laners going blow for blow. Obviously, slightly better for Darren, who got the first blood go, but man, Diablo wasn't going down without a fight.
And this is and Diablo even gave us a quote that he knows Darren is strong. He wants to match against him. And that's how you start to engage, by killing each other.
Skyz is gonna come under so much pressure. Super Yoshi, flicker kick, and that is an explosion on the Razin. The play is gonna be chilled through by Ruff. Some extra gold Curtizi brought in as reinforcement. You can see kind of the pain point there. Rrq Tora having Super Yoshi just wandering around with the Cho is starting to create a lot of that pressure point on Team Flash.
I hope I'm not gonna jinx it, but RQ fans, the Kingdom, they're looking pretty good here, at least here in Malaysia. Sasa was able to get a good draft, and Rrq Tora has been very disciplined in terms of when they want to go aggressive on everyone's positioning, because no one is really putting themselves in the spot where they can really get caught by anyone from Team Flash.
While they commit the electro final blow just to speed up the take of this turtle, they will be able to get it. But Razin might be sacrificed in the meantime. He flickers away safety. Super Yoshi not able to catch up. And Team Flash manages a clean disengage.
And maybe that's why they Team Flash. They got to make sure that they're decisive. Say what you want and then just commit everything. And fingers crossed, no one comes and steals it away.
If they lost that turret just now, it would be so sad. No, doesn't solve any problem in the bottom lane with Super Yoshi just constantly hovering around in enemy territory. They don't really have a way to flush him out or punish him at this point of time.
I'm really liking Team Flash's macro because they're really using whatever they have to make sure it doesn't matter winning or losing matchup, they don't lose by much here. Because they understand, oh, SkyZ has to figure out, is safe.
Super Yoshi didn't even have to flicker, but SkyZ still down to artillery fire from Kim.
Teams need to respect Eve, man.
Yeah, I mean, Razin so far hasn't been able to make any impact, and he's being pulled around by Team Flash. I don't even know if he wants to stay there, though. He has to completely back off, and that's going to be a free turret for Diablo and Hades trying to find Dyron. Comes in, Dyron looks for a counter engage. The taunt is there, and there's no takedown.
Yep. Right now, Rrq Tora is looking very good, and it really is come down from draft.
Okay, that's gonna be flicker out. Dyron really wasting a lot of time. Super Yoshi, Jingundo, there's a kick on the Diablo. Hades, they're trying to save his buddy right there. Super Yoshi not able to get the chase in, and Team Flash backs off.
Honestly, pretty good coming in from both teams, and Super Yoshi is showing why having a roamer, a dedicated roamer, is so important to a team.
Yeah, and having someone that can make these kind of plays, right? When you get the lead, you keep pushing the envelope. Third turtle will be spawning in the bottom side. I mean, Hades is still keeping up in terms of experience. That's a good thing for Team Flash, right? You'd expect Nolan to be slightly ahead, but I'm not really sure if this is a place for Hades to be in with Super Yoshi around. No turtle for Team Flash.
I want to go back into draft because only now I'm really seeing it. The reason why Super Yoshi picked up this Cho early is to deny it from Razin. Because again, Razin only did well with the Cho, nothing else so far. So maybe Team Flash in game number 2, you know, win or lose, they gotta restructure their priorities here.
Yep. RWM on the 2, the engage, forcing quick retreat from the team of Team Flash. Dyron overextends and SkyZ. Great punish. Super Yoshi finds the kick underneath the turret. Doesn't get hit by the Appraiser's Wrath. Able to back off, but Team Flash didn't lose anything.
And then look at this. Diablo even gets a turret down bot. So Team Flash, they're playing their own thing, which is smoke and mirrors. Something is happening here. Someone, either SkyZ or Diablo, will be influencing the map another kind of way. So I'm really liking that Team Flash, with all the tools that they have and Rrq Tora has, they're playing around this quite well. They're waiting for Rrq Tora to be very, very aggressive and try to punish it with this Fredrin.
Yeah. Kind of brings back to what you were saying earlier on and what we saw in the critical talking points, where Team Flash focuses a lot on split map tempo. Super Yoshi melted. SkyZ finds a second kill.
Again, we talk about this because we can look at history. The players that they have here for Rrq Tora tend to get just a little bit impatient and try to make for those flashy plays. And that's the reason why they have fans. So hold on, Gary.
The Petrify play from Diablo. Oh, almost resulted in Gary's death, but good attempt.
Yeah, as I was saying, it's their tendency. And Team Flash is, in a way, making them aggravated. They're playing in a way that makes Rrq Tora feel like unless they start something, Team Flash will not do anything. And I guess Team Flash just pushing their buttons.
Throw them into a trap. I say Diablo, I think, has to pull yourself together. That's why the Petrify cooldown is 75 seconds instead of 90. Cash where Rrq Tora is at. Electro final blow committed. They want to bomb rush this Lord. They commit the Feather Ash, right? They better win the Rectify, and Hades does good on it, but it might cost them a couple of members in the process. Hades completely stuck, trying to dash away. Appraiser's Wrath, not available. He used it early on. A double kill for Gary. Team Flash loses 3 to get the Lord.
I gotta say, Razin, no way that Hades is letting go of that jungle position, man. He's been hitting these retributions. Like, you can you can discuss whether that was worth it or not. I feel like not so much, but I think the idea that Team Flash has is that unless we do something, we can't get anything. It's kind of the same idea coming in from both teams. Rrq Tora and Team Flash, they understand they got to be decisive, and Team Flash is being decisive on those objectives. Rrq Tora, they're trying to be decisive in those catches.
Zero hesitation in doing that, right? They did it with the turtle early on too. Super Yoshi finds a kick. Diablo, can he get out of this?
Whoa.
Petrify!
Yo!
And the eye for a knife, Diablo. Too freaking good.
I want to see the heartbeat. Yep. Oh, hold on. Kurt almost gets it. Oh!
He's still about to stun.
Oh, burn.
Got him. And that's what we like.
Where's the heartbeat? I want to know. Bro!
The Super Yoshi is peaking at 150 beats per minute, dude.
Man.
Dyron is just 57.
Diablo is around 100, which, you know, okay, considering that he got a good escape. That was a... This is refreshing coming off from the game we just had.
Yeah, this is a high. Everyone is just flexing the mechanics.
This is good MLBB, finally. We only had to wait 2 hours or something.
Yeah, as much as we like Rrq Tora's draft a bit more, I gotta say Team Flash is doing good on their draft.
This is really like we were talking about. This is just identity, right? Like, these are our heroes. We don't care which tier they land on. Any influencer's tier list. We just know how to use this as a team. And I feel like that's the biggest thing. Team Flash, despite language barriers and blah, 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 they're playing as a team very, very well.
Yeah.
Despite not having a proper rover.
I mean, it is mitigated by the fact that, you know, Hades, Kurt, and Diablo played together for quite an extended period of time. So you already have that groundwork laid out. And in all things considered, I think the biggest goal lead Rrq Tora got this game was almost closing in on 3,000. Team Flash has been doing a great job, you know, in keeping that in check. Although you can't just bomb rush the Lord after this. It's not going to be as easy as the first time. And that's
you say that.
I say that, yeah.
I mean, I think maybe that's one of the reasons why they pick up the carry. Right? You can really melt the Lord quite fast.
Oh, they saw Super Yoshi. The taunt from Hades missed. It's a good attempt. They find the king. Tether airstrike comes back in. Oh, runs in! Super Yoshi still gets out. That felt like it could have been something, but the damage was not really there. Hades now will have to retreat, and that's where Gary comes in for the pickup. And Team Flash loses only one.
And I think they really don't care, right? Team Flash somehow has mastered the art of not needing everyone to get kills. Diablo 1v1 Super Yoshi. Gary gets the Lord. Big whoop. Diablo gets a kill. But look at Dyron. Doesn't even need it. Super Yoshi gets the kill.
And Gary almost found Kurt. I gotta say, Super Yoshi might have went down, but he shunpoed the Petrify. If he did not, maybe Diablo would have killed him, got the in-hit before he went down, but still, the in-hit will still crack. Diablo with the side lane plays, making sure that Team Flash are still in it.
Team Flash, allow me to change my rankings. I didn't know your game.
Yeah,
Win or lose, I don't know, man. This looks like an A-tier team.
Man, I said that, hey, Team Flash don't finish last in the league, coming back to MY, and I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I humbly apologize. They made me say it, all right? That wasn't my actual thoughts. I was forced to say something like that, and now you understand why I was reluctant.
Respect given where respect is due. They're doing so well here. Right now, Gary almost got SkyZ. And I gotta say, SkyZ hasn't been punished too hard by him. Hold on, Super Yoshi. Doesn't look like he has any opportunities to actually kick someone.
Yeah. If Razin gets another great fist break, fist crack like just now, that could turn the tide. Here comes Gary looking for SkyZ as his flicker out. Very premature feather airstrike. It's a response from Team Flash, but they don't lose any inhibitors. That's good enough.
I think this is the thing about Team Flash. They're not stingy, right? I feel like everyone on the team has a good understanding on each other's cooldowns. So you're able to use your ult prematurely, and then everyone can calculate by themselves when it will be back up and then re-engage.
As much as Razin is on this Badang, and there were definitely moments where we felt like he's slightly uncomfortable, he's been doing good on it.
Yep.
You know, he's been really being able to absorb the pressure. The crowd control is there. Dyron needs to get out. Barely makes it out with his life.
That was very close. I think Dyron is going to consider getting an immortality as soon as possible because Kurt is starting to hurt. Despite Farsa getting nerfed, and despite not always having the best situations to use the Feather S, right, Kurt has been finding opportunities. Looking at the items now, Kurt has quite a bit of penetration, having the Lightning Truncheon as well. Final item in terms of damage, I don't know whether he wants to be more safe with the Blood Wings or just go balls to the wall, get a Holy Crystal.
Or just a Wishing Lantern wouldn't be too bad too, I think.
True.
Either or, depending on how this game goes, I feel like Kurt could just go Holy Crystal and be done with it. Because he just needs an extra punch to, you know, blow through Gary's health bar.
Speaking of, right now in terms of items here, Ruff also basically has full items here, only having one more slot. Does look like to be a damage item. Same question, I guess. But probably the Blood Wings, I guess. Make sure he doesn't die.
Yep. Dyron sees this, knows that the lore is being started up. And now Team Flash might be decisive and look for Yoshi from the back. Kurt, does he see this though? Kurt, gonna flicker away. They're gonna chase him now. Kurt is dead. What a great wraparound from Rrq Tora. Without Kurt, there's no way Team Flash can even attempt to take this fight. Hades will have to be taken now. The Artemis and perfect is Diablo. Finds the kill on the kid, but at the cost of his life.
Respectable still, Rrq Tora. They had to work for that one. Team Flash, I would say Kurt didn't really make a mistake in that position. It's just that while concealed, Super Yoshi was able to get there. And Skies are taking quite a lot of damage onto Ralph Razin. Might get taken down here. Gary gets the Lord. Rrq Tora, they're in endgame position here.
Yep. I think the saving grace right now is that Team Flash did get the bottom inhibitor of Rrq Tora earlier on, so they will respawn in time, so there is still a way back into this game. And that one was on Rrq Tora, being a bit more innovative with how they maneuver, but you gotta give respect to Diablo, man. If Kim didn't go down, I think Rrq Tora would have been able to run it down mid for the win. So Diablo still, with his dying breath, keeps his team in the game.
I gotta say, everyone from Rrq Tora has been doing quite well, but Super Yoshi has really. Oh, Diablo!
Oh my God, the iframes!
Oh, I gotta say, Diablo, you're a braver man than me.
Man, these mechanic checks are getting out of hand.
I love it though.
It's the feint though, you know, like Gary was like, he's gonna eventually, like Diablo is gonna flinch, and he made Diablo flinch, but man,
I love it though. That's the kind of job.
Again? Oh my goodness! All right. That one was an outplay by Gary. Man, Diablo came close though.
No, I think it's because Diablo doesn't have the Petrify anymore.
Yeah, damage 9 now. They find the king this time on the Kurt again. Kurt cannot get out. He just uses the Feather as much as he can, but Rrq Tora just better with it. Game 1.